Imagine this. You're lean everywhere else, face, arms, chest, but that stubborn belly fat? It just sits there, mocking you, like a locked vault nobody has the key for. Sound familiar? And why is that stubborn pocket of fat so infuriatingly hard to budge, even when the rest of you is responding to diet and exercise? It's not your fault. It's your body's ancient defense system. Evolution's weird way of saying, hey, gotta protect the vital stuff. And that vital stuff is right around your midsection. But what if I told you there's a way to trick this defense system to make your belly fat actually want to leave, without all the punishing cardio? And stick around, because the next few minutes are going to flip everything you thought you knew about burning fat on its head. Most people hit the pavement. They sprint. They do hit until they're seeing stars. They endure 55 minutes of sheer misery just to burn off a single cookie that took 45 seconds to eat. The math is just broken. And think about it. That one indulgent snack, 600 calories. To burn that off, you'd need nearly an hour of intense running. An hour of suffering, sweating, and gasping for air. For one cookie, and here's the kicker. When you go into that fight or flight mode, with all the adrenaline and cortisol flooding your system, your belly fat acts like it's under siege. And in those red light receptors on your belly fat cells, adrenaline hits them, and they essentially say, lock it down. Hold onto this energy for dear life. You're chemically signaling your belly fat to stay exactly where it is. And so, you're literally working harder to stay fatter. It's a cruel biological glitch, and most of us are falling right into the trap, feeling exhausted and frustrated. What if you could tap into your body's fat-burning engine without the suffering? What if you could flip those red lights to green just by moving differently? And in this is where the magic happens, the lipid oxidation zone. Think of your body having two fuel tanks. Tank A is your sugar reserve, burning fast and hot for intense bursts. Tank B is your massive fat reserve, perfect for sustained, lower-intensity work. And when you're in zone 2, that sweet spot where you can still hold a conversation while you move, your body switches its primary fuel source. It's not burning the sandwich you just ate for lunch. It's reaching for the fat stored on your hips and belly, and studies confirm it. Slow and steady burns more fat. High intensity burns mostly sugar. Your body is a fuel efficiency machine. It prefers the easiest, most abundant fuel source for the task at hand. And the best part? In zone 2, your stress hormones like cortisol stay low. Those pesky alpha receptors on your belly fat cells? They stay open, allowing fat to be released. It's like unlocking the vault without breaking a sweat. Okay, so walking is the answer.
Great.
But before you tell me you already walked to the fridge and back, let's get real. Just ambling around won't give you a six-pack. The mailman isn't the fittest person on the block, right? And we need a strategy. And we need to crush a myth. Running burns way more calories, so it's better. On paper, yes. A 30-minute run might torch 350 calories, while a walk is around 150. But humans aren't spreadsheets. After that intense run, your body goes into panic mode. Hunger hormones like ghrelin spike through the roof. You feel ravenous, and that 350 calories burned? It's easily replaced by that bagel you inhale an hour later, putting you in a calorie surplus. And in walking is different. It's auto-regulated. It doesn't trigger that massive hunger response. You can walk for an hour, burn 300 calories of pure fat, and your appetite stays stable.
No compensatory eating.
No couch potato syndrome afterward. And in walking for just 300 calories a day, 7 days a week, adds up. That's nearly 2/3 of a pound of fat lost every single week. Over a year? That's 31 pounds, achieved sustainably, without burnout or injury. The runner quits. The walker wins. So, how do we structure this walking for maximum fat-blasting results? Forget one massive, soul-crushing walk at the end of the day. That's the hard way. We're going to use a method called insulin stacking. And in fat loss is nearly impossible when your insulin levels are high. Insulin is a storage hormone. When you eat, it spikes to put that energy away. Our goal is to switch your body from storage mode to burn mode as quickly as possible after every meal. And then here's the game changer: a 10-minute walk immediately after eating. Studies show this significantly improves blood sugar control compared to walking at other times. It blunts that insulin spike, forcing your body to use that food for immediate energy, not store it as belly fat. And so, the rule is simple. 3 10-minute walks a day. One after breakfast, one after lunch, one after dinner. That's 30 minutes total. You don't even need gym clothes, and in this post-meal strategy is your secret weapon. It manipulates your metabolism, keeping insulin low and fat burning high, simply by shifting your timing. You're turning a potential fat storage event into a fat burning opportunity. Now, let's talk about the unsung hero of calorie burning: NEAT. Non-exercise activity thermogenesis. It's the calories you burn just by living your life, fidgeting, standing, pacing. The difference between naturally slim people and those who struggle? Often, it's their NEAT levels, which can vary by 2,000 calories a day, and we need to turn you into a NEAT freak. Here are 3 ridiculously easy hacks to sneak in an extra 2,000 steps without trying. And then first, the parking lot rule. Stop circling for the closest spot. Park at the very back of the lot. It saves you 0 time in the long run and adds an easy 400 steps round trip. And then second, the pacer protocol. If you're on the phone, stand up. Pace around your room like you're plotting world domination. A 10-minute call can easily rack up 1,000 steps. And in third, the elevator eviction. Unless you're scaling Mount Everest, take the stairs. Stair climbing burns calories 3 times faster than flat walking. These small changes, combined with your post-meal walks, will have you hitting 8,000 to 10,000 steps almost by accident. For those who crave faster results, those who want that six-pack in 12 weeks, not 12 months, we bring in the big guns. Incline walking. On a flat surface is great. Walking on an incline? That's nuclear, and then biomechanically, walking at a steep incline doubles the metabolic demand without the bone-jarring impact of running. Your glutes and hamstrings go into overdrive, fighting gravity. It's pure fat-burning power, and in UVE probably heard of the December 3rd, 30 trend. 12% incline, 3 miles per hour speed, 30 minutes. It went viral for a reason. It burns calories comparable to a jog while keeping you safely in that fat oxidation zone. But here's the critical warning. Do not hold the handrails. The moment you lean back, you're cheating. You're offloading the work from your legs to your arms, turning a 12% incline into a 2%. Let your arms swing naturally. If you can't do it without holding on, drop the incline and add just 2 or 3 of these incline sessions per week on top of your daily steps, and your fat loss will go vertical. This is the turbocharger for your metabolism. All right, the fun part's over. You can walk to the moon and back, do inclines until your legs beg for mercy, hit 25,000 steps a day. But if you're eating like a raccoon in a dumpster, none of it matters. We have to have this conversation. And remember that cookie? 600 calories. It took you an hour to walk it off. It took 45 seconds to eat. A single Starbucks Frappuccino can pack 500 calories, an hour and a half of walking, gone in 5 minutes, and you cannot outwalk the fork. And don't use your walking as an excuse to eat more. I walked 10,000 steps. I deserve this pizza.
No.
You don't, and then think of it like this. Your diet creates the caloric deficit for weight loss. Walking is the turbocharger that accelerates those results and keeps your metabolism humming. The engine needs fuel. Walking makes the car go faster, but without gas, you're not going anywhere, and aim for a slight caloric deficit, 300 to 500 calories below maintenance. Combine that with the Bro Unlock walking protocol, and your fat will literally have nowhere to hide. This isn't about suffering. It's about being smart, sustainable, and finally, truly effective. So, commit to 7 days. Track your steps. Do those 3 post-meal walks. Come back and tell me how you feel. You'll be shocked.